Alright guys, I'm here with a mod showcase, my first one, and since it's my first mod showcase, I decided I was going to show two mods. And these both mods are going to be showed in my survival game, my modded survival, and yes, that is another mod. I have the Battle Towers mod, so, yeah, and first mod we're going to go over is the Better Furnaces mod, and I believe this is how they go with speed, starting with the netherrack, then the regular, then the iron, obsidian, gold, and diamond. But these two can be switched, maybe the obsidian's a little faster than this one, but you'll see why the obsidian one's really cool. You'd think, oh, the obsidian one, that takes more than diamonds. Well, yes, but it's slower, but it's pretty cool. I'll show you why. And, the next one we're going over is the Balkon's weapon mod. And don't yell at me if I mispronounce that. It's like Balkon's weapons mod, and that's all these chests here, and that button down there. And that button goes somewhere over there, as you can see, that little bedrock. And that's where we'll be fighting something. So first we're gonna start off with this, and before we go with the speed test, we're gonna go with this the crafting recipes. So to create this iron furnace, you are going to need one regular furnace, which you should all know how to craft that, but if you don't, it's 8 cobblestone, and like this. You put the regular furnace in the middle, and put 8 iron ingots around, and you get this iron furnace, which is a little faster than the regular furnace. Then, to make a gold furnace, you're going to need the iron furnace, and put it around with gold ingots, to get the gold furnace. So, that's how you make the gold. To make this diamond furnace, which is the fastest furnace in this mod, you get 8 diamonds and surround it with, you get 8 diamonds, which you surround with, you get the gold furnace, which you surround with the diamonds. But to make this obsidian furnace, you don't need the diamond furnace, you need the iron furnace, which here, you surround it by obsidian, and then with that, you get your obsidian furnace. And now we have the netherrack furnace. With the netherrack furnace, you just take a regular furnace and put a bunch of netherrack around it. 8 netherrack. And you get the netherrack. Alright, so all these already have a stack of iron. So, yeah. But what's special about this netherrack furnace is that you can actually light it on fire, and it will automatically smelt. You don't need coal. You don't have to waste your coal on it. The only problem is it goes so slow. I mean, literally, this is the slowest furnace ever. Slower than the regular. But if you put out the fire, like that, this thing goes away. So we're gonna put in that. We're gonna put in there. Oh, crap. I didn't want to show you that one. Add the gold. Alright, so this one smelted 1. This one has smelted 1 also, but it's going a little faster. See, now, it's going a little faster than that one. This one, actually, what's special about this one, is it looks like it goes a little faster than the iron, but what's special about this one is that it smelts 2 things at once. So if you go mining, you get some gold ore and some iron ore, you can smelt them at the same time and get your product. The gold one smelts pretty fast. I mean, look at that speed. It takes about 5 seconds to smelt. Then this is the diamond one, and that's just going. I mean, you could probably smelt a stack in a couple minutes. That has 20, while this only has 5. So, I mean, that's the comparison. But, yeah. So, we're just going to let these smelt, I guess. And, we're going to move on from this mod to this mod. Alright, so we're going to start with the crafting recipes and the weapons. So, the weapons of this mod are, there's a lot. Okay, just letting you know. And, the first one's the knife. And to make this diamond knife, it's a diamond and a stick. But this also goes for any weapon, like you're making a sword, like a wooden plank and a stick. So you can get a diamond knife, a stone knife, a gold knife, iron knife. You get the idea. Same thing with all these recipes. So the diamond knife is pretty simple. You just put 1 diamond in a stick, crafting recipe. And then the next thing we have is a flail. And to make this flail, you're going to need 2 sticks, 2 string, and a diamond, or anything. So that's the flail. The next thing we have is the katana, and it's kind of like a sword, but it's cooler. You just need 1 stick and 2 diamonds, and in this diagonal kind of pattern, instead of straight up and down. So that's the katana, and then next we have the boomerang, which you'll see what that does. And what you do here is you get the 2 oak wood planks, and so you get 4 oak wood planks, and put them in sort of like this little thing. Leave the top space open, and put whatever you want there, like a diamond, and then you get out this boomerang. And actually, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and we're gonna go test out these weapons here. So we're gonna teleport here. It makes my server lag a little bit. Anyway, so this is our bedrock fortress, and we're gonna start off with the spider. And the diamond knife has a pretty cool ability. If you're far away, you can actually throw it like a regular throwing knife, and so it kills your object instantly. And I just realized I'm still in creative. But yeah. So it's sort of like a throwing knife. You can kind of make like a little bar thing with this, and then be like ugh, and then throw a knife. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And this time we're gonna spawn in another spider. And the flail, it's kind of like a fishing rod. You throw it out, and then you can actually spin around, and no wait, yeah, it will drag along with you, but it's sort of like a fishing rod, and then you just sort of click it, and it'll fly around everywhere. So yeah, we're actually gonna get rid of that one. It's not. I don't like that one. I wouldn't make it. Anyway, next we have the katana, and it's just the same kind of thing as a sword, but it only does 5 attack damage. But I mean, this thing looks cool. It's just a really cool object. It can block like a sword, it can hit like a sword, but it only does less damage than a sword. So next we're gonna have the spider, and we're gonna trap the boomerang. And you right click and hold it down, and then it flies, and then it comes back to you too. So it just sort of like goes out, and then but if it hits the ground, it will actually get stuck, or a tree, or if it hits a wall like it just did, it won't. It will just sort of like collapse. Or that ricochet. All right. So yeah, we're gonna go back and get the rest of the things. So we're back, and next in this chest is my favorite items. We have the diamond battle axe, and this is my favorite piece of the mod. That's a battle axe. I mean, who doesn't want a battle axe? And to craft that, you're gonna need 5 diamonds in like a helmet sort of formation and 2 sticks. And now we're going on to the halberd, and you craft the halberd, which actually has 1+ reach. So if you don't want to get too close to the mob, you can hit it from 1 block away you can hit it away from 4 blocks instead of 3 blocks. And to craft that, you're gonna need 2 sticks and 3 diamonds in that sort of like pattern. Next, we have the spear, and with the spear, you can throw it, and it also has 1+ reach when you hit people with it. And to craft that, you're gonna need 2 sticks and 1 diamond, and so it's kind of like a shovel, but instead of straight up and down, it's sort of diagonal. And this is another one of my favorites, not as favorite as the battle, of course, but we have the diamond hammer, war hammer. And to make this diamond war hammer, you're gonna need 3 sticks, up and down, up, straight up, and then 4 diamonds on this, 2 on each side. So yeah, that's how you create those, and we're gonna go back. Alright guys, so this one we have the diamond battle axe, and this diamond battle axe is pretty cool in every way, shape, and form, and it does a total of 8 attack damage, so it's pretty deadly. It does actually more than a diamond sword, and it can kill a spider in 2 hits, which is kind of good, kind of bad. Alright, so now we're moving on to the halberd, and it looks kind of funky. But yeah, it only does 1 attack damage, which sucks, because it's diamond too, so, I mean, but, So it does 1 attack damage, but I can hit it from 1 more block away than the rest. It's gonna kill you fast. Yeah, ready. Alright. Next we're gonna move on to the spear. And so I'm gonna spawn in a spider. And the spear, you can actually throw it like a regular spear. I'm in creative mode, guys, so I'm gonna have unlimited. And it does a total of 6 attack damage when you throw it. And it does, oh, I don't know. But it does 7 attack damage. So it's like a diamond sword. Alright. Next we're gonna attack the diamond warhammer. And this thing has an epic special ability. So I'm just gonna spawn in a couple of spiders here. And if you go right in the middle of your mob, and you just go boom, it's like this big explosion kind of thing. But it doesn't hurt any of the ground around you. All it does is just just stay. I mean, all it does is let me fix this. Alright. It just sort of blows up, but you only get 1 chance with that, so you might want to use it wisely. Oh, maybe. Well, yeah, see, now I'm out, so that was 2 chances. So, yeah, well, that was kind of cool. So we're going to put these things back in my inventory. Alright, we're going to go back and get next chest. In this next chest, we have the blowgun. And then we have the musket. And the diamond musket. And to make this blowgun, at the very beginning, like you saw, it's going to be 3 sugar canes in this sort of diagonal to make this blowgun, which then you have these darts that go with it, which I'll show you those in a second in another chest over there. And then to make this musket, you're going to need a gun stock, which I'll show you in another chest, and you're going to need a musket barrel, which I'll show you in another chest. These things are pretty easy to craft, and then you just put them together and you get your musket. To make the musket with the diamond bayonet, you're going to need a diamond knife, or any kind of knife, and a musket, and you'll get a musket with a bayonet. So, yeah, and we're going to load these up. So you just hold right click, and it'll load up, like so, and then they're ready to go. And we're going to go back here, spawn in spider, too. So, you pull back in your blowgun, and it'll shoot them, and it's supposed to give them abilities, but I'm seeing, like, this little problem here, and it doesn't actually hurt them, unless I'm doing something wrong. Can spiders be poisoned? I don't know. We're gonna get in a mushroom then. We're gonna spawn in this mushroom. So, it's supposed to... Okay, so it does work. It does... There are poison darts, slowness darts, and hunger darts. The hunger darts are mainly for, other players. If you're playing on a server with this mod. And, mushroom. And so, yeah, you can get poisoned from... You can poison them. So, yeah. And we're going to move on with this musket. And to use the musket, you just hold right trigger and you fire. And it fires, it has this sort of thunder effect. And you just pull back and you fire. And it instantly kills that mob if it's all the way charged. I mean, like, it does something like 19 damage. And so most mobs will die instantly from this thing. And so yeah, we're going to spawn in. Now let's say you fired a musket. And the mob didn't die, but you didn't have time to reload. This thing does 7 attack damage because of this knife. So, I mean, it's pretty powerful. You just sort of left click and use it like a sword. So, that's all I gotta say about that. It's pretty cool. I would get it. I get it sometimes. And, yeah. So, we're gonna go back to, here. And, see, this netherrack still, it hasn't even had enough time to spawn 8. I don't even have enough for a chest plate yet. Not even a chest plate. Now I do. This says all 64, all 64, all 64, and 2 stacks of 64. So, yeah. Got a little sidetracked there. Chest. Gosh? Okay. Sorry. Next chest, we have the fire rod. And to make this fire rod, you need 2 sticks and a torch. And that's pretty cool. I mean, it has a pretty cool effect. It sort of lights fire around you. Not like fire, but like when you hold it up, it has like these little flames coming out. And next we have the javelin. To make this javelin, you're gonna need one flint and two sticks, and so you can kind of have like your own little Olympics in Minecraft. So that's pretty cool. And the next we're gonna have the crossbow. To make this crossbow, you're gonna need 4 iron ingots, like that, 2 oak wood planks, and a bow. And this will make the crossbow, which is pretty powerful. And then to make the bolts that go in crossbows, which you get 4 of, when you do this, need 1 feather and 1 iron ingot, and you get 4 crossbow bolts. So I mean, it's pretty cheap, pretty cool, and yeah, we're gonna show you on some mobs. There's another hole. Why are there so many holes? So when I'm here, I'm actually gonna switch it to survival now, so I can actually get a full set of this mod. Okay, so with the fire rod, if you if you left click a mod, it will instantly burn it, but it only has one use. So only one time. Oh, we're gonna ignore that. So it only has one use, so you might want to use it wisely. So next we're gonna spawn in another spider, and this javelin you pull back and you throw it, and it does 4 attack damage. So that's pretty cool. And we're gonna load this up first. Alright. So this has 4 bolts. And I mean, this thing is powerful. I mean, that instantly killed that mob right there. It does something like 19 attack damage like the other thing did. So, yeah. I mean, it's pretty powerful. And, yeah. So we're gonna go back here and, yeah. So we're gonna move on. And the next thing we have is the blunderbuss. And to make this blunderbuss, you're gonna need a gun stock again, and a blunderbuss barrel. And to make this blunderbuss barrel, I'll show you in those 2 chests over there. So yeah. And next we're gonna have the flintlock pistol. And this runs on blunderbuss shots instead of the musket rounds. And I'll show you how to craft those in that chest down there. And the flintlock pistol runs off the musket rounds instead of blunderbuss. And to make this flintlock pistol, you're gonna need 2 iron ingots, a flint and steel, a stick, and oakwood planks. So that's pretty cool. You get your little flintlock pistol. Next thing we have is dynamite. To make dynamite, you get 2 gunpowder and a string. And it actually makes 2 things of dynamite. I only have 1 because I just put 1 in there, but it makes 2. So this is pretty cheap. If you just have, like, if you made a TNT and you have 2 less gunpowder over, you can make a couple pieces of dynamite. Next thing we have is the cannon. And to make this glorious machine, you're going to need 5 iron ingots in this sort of weird house kind of form, oak wood, or this can be with Achillea wood, or whatever that red kind of wood, not jungle wood, but like the other kind, and a flint and steel. And so we're going to go on, and we're going to show you these things in a new light. So, yeah, we're going to have the spider, and you're going to load up the blunderbuss, and it actually does pretty good damage. It's like a musket, and it's sort of like a shotgun, kind of. So this flintlock pistol, this tiny little pistol, and it does a total of 10 damage, I think. Yes, 10 damage from that mob. So, I mean, it's going to be pretty powerful. It can kill most of your unhostile mobs, but it won't kill most of your hostile mobs. Next, we're going to have the dynamite, and I'm going to switch it to survival for this one. And this dynamite is basically, you can just throw it, and that missed horribly, and it just sort of blows up, and, I'm going to actually get another one here. Okay, I actually have 2 dynamites installed. Okay, so you throw it, and then it'll hit it, and it'll sort of, and then it'll blow up, and it instantly kills whatever mob is there. So, I mean, it's pretty powerful. I think it is. Bedrock. So, yeah, we're gonna, next is the best. We're gonna put down this cannon. And, I mean, it has this cool 3D effect, which I like, and I love, actually. And, yeah, so we're gonna spawn in a couple spiders here. And what you do is you have to manually load this. So you get that little gear effect, and you have to have a cannonball in your hand and some gunpowder. right click and it loads it. Then you mount it like a horse. Then all you do is just press space. And it shoots a cannonball and kills anything in its way. Why are you still alive? Die. Die. So, I mean, this is pretty cool. Um, let's see. Let's spawn in something a little bit more, uh, amazing. Um, guys, I couldn't find anything else to blow up, but we'll blow something up later on in this mod. And, yeah. So, I need to eat. Jeez. Okay, that's a raw beef. I'm gonna switch back to creative. And we're gonna go back. And we're going to check out these next few mods. See? Look. It only has 13. I can't even make a full set of iron yet. So this thing sucks. But I mean, it does light on fire and it's pretty cool and it smelts things infinitely, but it takes forever. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now we're on here and we have the training dummy. And to make this training dummy, you need one piece of wool, 2 wheat, a stick, and a leather tunic. And it makes this sort of like lifelike zombie kind of thing. And now we're gonna go on to the ammo. And to make the musket round, which you use for the musket and the flintlock pistol, you're gonna need one piece of iron, one piece of gunpowder, and one thing of paper, and you get a musket round. Now, so I checked, and this musket round, when you make it, you make 8. So I mean, it's about the same as making. So one thing of these, you get 8. So it's pretty cool. And I think you get 8 on this one also. Don't judge me on that. So I think you get 8 when you make a blunderbuss shot, which to make that you need one piece of gravel, one piece of gunpowder, and a paper. So it's like this. It's like the musket round, but you just need gravel instead of iron. And now the cannonball, which you saw blow up everything around it. To make that, you're gonna need 5 stone in this sort of cross formation. And I'm not sure how many this makes. I think it makes like 5. I'm not gonna check it right now. So yeah, those are how to make those. And we're gonna go over here because this training dummy is the worst. You can't get rid of it after it's already spawned in, and it's sort of really bad. So it's spawned in now, and you can punch it, do anything to it, and also sort of just like move back and forth. Maybe if I punch it enough, it'll break. I don't know. And you can. It doesn't take anything out of your weapons when you use it. So I mean, I can use anything on this, and it will just sort of, yeah, it won't. It will just stay. So that's pretty cool in my book. I think that's pretty cool. I don't like it though because you can't destroy it. So we're just gonna get rid of it because I don't like it. So yeah, we're gonna move on to how to make the gun stocks and the stuff to make the uh, guns. So to make the gun stock, you're gonna need 2 sticks and a piece of plank, any kind of plank, and you get the gun stock. And the gun stock doesn't do anything; it's just sort of cool, you know, this little thing. And then if you want to make a musket, to make the musket barrel to go with the gun stock, you're gonna need 3 iron ingots in sort of like this thing, and then a flint and steel, and that'll make a musket barrel. To make the blunderbuss barrel, that goes with this to make the blunderbuss, right there, you're gonna need 4 iron ingots, diagonal, and one there. And then a flint and steel. So it kind of goes on like this little X thing, and you get the blunderbuss barrel. And next we have the darts for the blowgun, which you saw earlier. I'm gonna get rid of some things because my inventory is crowding up. So to make the darts, you're gonna need 1 stick and 1 feather, top and bottom. So stick on the top, feather on the bottom for all of them. Stick on the top, feather on the bottom. Stick on the top, feather on the bottom. Stick on the top, feather on the bottom. So, but to make the poison 2 dart, which lasts for 6 seconds, you're gonna need a spider eye in between the stick and the feather. So that's gonna be pretty powerful against like a non-hostile mob. And to make the slowness 2 dart, which lasts 18 seconds, you're gonna need a stick and a feather, you know, and then a slime ball in between. So this is kind of expensive, kind of not. And it just depends on where you are and how often slimes appear. And next, to make the hunger, which is sort of used for other players, off, off. Yeah, stop it. Anyway, to make the hunger dart, you're going to need a rod of flesh in between the stick and the leather. That'll make it for 18 seconds. And to make the regular poison dart, it's kind of more common than a spider eye. You need a stick, a feather, and then a cactus in between to make the regular poison. So those are the darts. Those are all the crafting recipes on this mod. And also, one last thing that I'm going to show you is that you can actually take... Oh, okay, where is it? No? So if I was to take my katana, and I was like, man, I really wish I could enchant this. Well, I can actually take it to an enchantment table, which I have one right over here. Why can't I fly? Fly, fly me, fly. Okay, I have one right here. And if you put this in the enchantment table, it can actually enchant, and it will actually get you something. And, can I fly, please? Fly, fly. I apparently can't fly today. So, really? You're gonna do this to me? Okay, yeah. Okay, now I can fly. And, so, also, if I was like, man, I really want to put it in this, I really want to name it and stuff, you can actually put it in, and you can name it something different that it works just the same as a sword or an axe or anything. All these, not just the katana, but the battle axe, the spear, the hammer, everything works this way. So it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'm gonna name mine Devil Slayer, because you'll see why in a minute. And I can actually put anything that I can put on a regular sword. So now it has Unbreaking 3, Sharpness 5, and Power 5. So I mean, this is a pretty powerful sword, katana. And my Betty, of course. I have my Betty. And you can actually do this also with the crossbow. I need more enchantment books. Enchantment books. So just like if you were going to, on a regular bow, I can actually draw back, quick draw, and infinity. I can actually put all on my bow. I can have an infinity 1 crossbow with a punch 2, a bow drawback, and a quick draw, I believe. No, I cannot have the quick draw. But I'm gonna name this one my 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 what? I don't know. My 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 war. So I'm gonna name it that. Oh crap. Okay. I know what I'm gonna name it. I'm gonna name it a special thing to my heart. Your no wait. I can't spell today. Your mom. So now I have your mom in my inventory. And it has Infinity 1 on it, so that means it'll be infinite as I go along. And, yeah. I mean, you can do this with anything, even the diamond knife, the musket. And I'm actually going to go on now and show you something else that I don't, it's not about this mod, but I'm going to show you how these infinity stuff works and how it can work for you in a really bad survival situation. My cannon's still there, and I'm going to get rid of you. So this is going to work in a really bad survival situation. So is this loaded? This loaded? Okay. And I'm going to switch it out of creative to survival. In this chest, I have a battle tower golem. And I mean, this thing is freaking powerful, and I hate it. But it's kind of not easy to destroy, and kind of is easy to destroy. And actually, I'm going to show you another mod I have. It's this special mod. Okay, it's kind of a cool mod, and can that go? Yes. So, yeah, I'm scared right now Really, I am. I don't like it at all. I don't like this mod. I don't like this one. Because that's why it's all better off right here. I mean, look at that. Crap. I mean, this thing literally, like, freaking throws fire gas balls at you. And, I mean, it's so hard to kill. I mean, it's throwing fireballs at me. I'm gonna probably die before I can kill it. Ah! I died. Okay. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? Um, yeah, I burned to a crisp whilst fighting the Battle Gout Total. So, actually, I have no idea where my mod showcase is, because I sort of flew around and tried to find one of those battle towers. Um, so I think it's in this direction. Crap. Give me a second. I'm gonna find it again. Alright, guys, I'm back. I didn't find it. I sort of just TP'd here. I actually found a battle tower while I was there. I found a battle tower that was inverted. Like, I mean, it wasn't inverted, but like the top part was like right here where that bottom part is, and then this all went down into the ground, like super deep down, and at the very bottom the Bower Tower Golem was there. And I mean, that was just scary to me. I thought it was pretty cool. So, yeah, so I did kill that mob. Uh, so yeah, that's the mod, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I actually have a couple other mods installed. As you see, these are all going to be on my modded survival. Your mom said, your mom, and I mean, boom. I don't know how much damage that does now, because I didn't do anything with it. So, yeah, that's the mod, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, comment, anything you want to do with this. And,